The STAR interview method is a structured approach used to answer behavioural interview questions. STAR stands for situation, task, action, and result. It helps job candidates present their experiences clearly and effectively by organising their responses into these 4 categories. Employers use behavioural interview questions to understand how candidates have handled situations in the past, assuming past behaviour predicts future performance. Using STAR ensures answers are concise, relevant, and compelling. Let's look at each step in order. In the situation step, you describe the context or background of the experience you are discussing. The goal is to set the stage for your story by providing enough detail to help the interviewer understand what was happening. For example, suppose you are asked about a time you demonstrated leadership. You might start with, "During my sophomore year in high school, I was part of a group project for our history class where we needed to create a presentation on the American Revolution. My group consisted of 4 classmates, 2 of whom had difficulty working together." By giving a brief but vivid description of the situation, the interviewer can visualize the environment and understand the challenge you faced. Next, the task step involves explaining your role in the situation and what you were responsible for achieving. This step focuses on what was required of you, highlighting your specific duties or objectives. Continuing the earlier example, you might say, "As the group leader, my task was to ensure that everyone contributed to the project and that we met our deadline. I also needed to find a way to resolve the conflicts between the 2 classmates to maintain productivity." This part emphasizes your responsibilities and sets up the actions you took to address the challenge. Third is the action step. Here you detail the steps you took to complete the task or solve the problem. It's important to focus on what you did rather than what the team as a whole accomplished. Use specific actions and avoid vague descriptions. For instance, you could explain, "I scheduled a meeting with the 2 classmates in conflict and mediated a conversation to address their concerns. I also assigned roles to each group member based on their strengths and created a timeline for completing different sections of the presentation. To keep everyone accountable, I checked in regularly to ensure progress." This section highlights your problem-solving skills, communication abilities, and proactive approach. Lastly, we have the results step. The result is where you describe the outcome of your actions, focusing on the positive impact you had on the situation. Be sure to include quantifiable results whenever possible to make your story more compelling. For example, you might conclude, "As a result of my efforts, the group successfully completed the project on time, and we received an A grade. The 2 classmates who had been in conflict even thanked me for helping them work together more effectively." This step ties everything together and demonstrates the effectiveness of your actions, leaving a strong impression on the interviewer. By organising your answers using the STAR method, you can provide clear, well-structured responses that showcase your skills and experiences effectively. It's a versatile technique that works for a variety of behavioural interview questions, helping you stand out as a candidate.